Narayana, 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 Narayana. Continuing in our chapter 2, which is basically titled Skillful Means, here on page 39, the sentence says, such people, having gradually accumulated merit and perfected great compassion, have certainly attained the path of the Buddhas. So here, of course, I'm selecting sentences so we are able to highlight the essential qualifications. Here, what it is said is, once you start practicing the dharma by physically involving yourself, for example, we do in the Hindu dharma, writing the name, the holy name, let us say, Nama Japa, right? So, like that, or carving the Buddha, as they say, or carving the photo, or the sculpture, or the paintings of the Rama, Krishna, etc. By doing that, slowly they develop merit, or punya, as they say. Okay? Such people, having gradually accumulated merit, you can say karma yoga, okay? Merit and perfected great compassion. And perfected great compassion have certainly attained the path of the Buddhas. So the goal is to be compassionate. Compassion is an essential ingredient. So one is able to empathize and sympathize with every living being here and not really discriminate. So the emphasis is for the need is to develop compassion. Continuing with another sentence here. They will enter nirvana without residue. Just as a fire goes out after its wood is exhausted. This is the second time we are seeing this simile. So based on the simile, we need to understand or at least have a grasp of what this nirvana means. It means individuality disappears. Where does it go? It doesn't go anywhere because like the fire doesn't go anywhere. Similarly, here the individuality just vanishes and all existing universal self will shine in its glory. That's what it meaning. Saying they will enter nirvana without residue. So here the word nirvana is qualified nirvana without residue. Means all the samskaras are burnt out. All the inclinations and tendencies have been completely destroyed. That is the only possibility of attaining nirvana, because as long as there is a reminiscent of the samskaras, as they call it, sankharas they say in the Buddhistic literature, the samskaras are impressions or vasanas. As long as they remain, the one is bound to this conditioned world. So once having attained the six perfections and living and gaining perfect meditation, perfect wisdom or knowledge, etc., as we said, prajna, then they become, they attain nirvana without any residue, just as a fire goes out after its wood is exhausted. So, like that, a simile for us to understand. Then on page 40, even though the Buddhas of the future will teach hundreds of thousands of kotis of innumerable paths to the Dharma, their teachings will actually be for the sake of the single vehicle. Because as time comes by, people's needs will change, their mental makeup will change. So the teachers may devise different techniques, but their goal is the same, Gnana Marga, or knowing the oneself of all. Their teachings will actually be for the sake of the single vehicle. All the Buddhas, the best of humans, know that all dharmas are ever without substance. They don't have their own intrinsic substance. All the dharmas are simply apparent. Like Advaita Vedanta says, the universe is simply an appearance in the self. There is no there is no real creation here. It is only a kalpana. So this is the highest way of understanding. So that's what he's saying. Know that the dharmas are ever without substance, and that the Buddha seeds germinate through dependent origination. Buddha seeds germinate through dependent origination. Buddha seeds germinate through dependent origination. The multiplicity that we see here, the multiple bodies that we see here, body, mind, organisms, they all, the Buddha seeds germinate through dependent origination. So it's only cause-effect relationships here. Dependent origination means the cause and effects does not really require an intrinsic agent. That's what is meant by dependent origination of all the phenomena. That is why they will teach the single vehicle. That is why they teach the single vehicle. If each one has their own substance and individual self, you cannot say it is a single vehicle. It is a multiplicity, duality, multiplicity. But here there is only a single vehicle, Tathagata Garbha, which is just one, which is universal, one self of all. Now coming to page 41. Appear in the world and as numerous as the sands of the Ganges and river, revered by the devas and the humans, appear in the world and teach the dharma to make sentient beings feel at peace. They know the utmost tranquility, and although they teach various paths with the power of skillful means, their teachings are actually for the Buddha vehicle. So I know there is a plenty amount of repetition here, but I thought it would be good to gain these words into our mind by re-emphasizing multiple times that there is a single Buddha vehicle. Even though many great Buddhas will come in the future, they will all teach the Buddha vehicle, which is single. Then further down, on page 41, they do not seek the Buddha who has great power. Where is this one? Obstructed by greed, they are blind and cannot see. They do not seek the Buddha who has great power, nor the dharma that cuts off suffering. Deeply immersed in false views, they try to eliminate suffering through suffering. So this is about the people who are arrogant. What happens is they are basically bound by false views. So I wanted to emphasize this word. Suffering is caused by false views, false notions. So this is the pointer here. The people who are suffering because of false views. This is the emphasis here. Deeply immersed in false views, they do not seek the Buddha who has great power, nor the dharma that cuts off suffering. Because Buddha says his teaching cuts off suffering, but these arrogant people do not seek that teaching. Deeply immersed in false views, they try to eliminate suffering through suffering. The same thing comes. Asuryanamate loka andhena tamasafurta. So Asurya means those who revel in the sorrow, in the tears, in the sorrow. They think this itself is joyous. So they will never make an attempt to get out of that. So that's what he refers here. So it is deeply immersed in false views. So if somebody has to get out of sorrow, they need to realize the false views they are holding to and come out of that. Then on page 42, then I thought of the power of skillful means practiced by the past Buddhas. This path that I have attained should now also be taught as the three vehicles. So Buddha says here, Shakyamuni Buddha, when he decided to teach, then he thought about how the previous Buddhas taught. And he realized that they taught using the three vehicles, so he decided, I will also follow this same methodology, because all the Buddhas have uniformly taught the single vehicle Buddha vehicle as the three vehicles, three parts of the same, right? That's it. And page 43, we too have attained the best and utmost dharma, and with the discretion have explained the three vehicles for the sake of sentient beings. those with little wisdom seek inferior teachings and do not believe that they will become Buddhas. So, this is the main obstruction. If a man thinks that he cannot gain complete knowledge, he will not even try for the right knowledge that will lead to right knowledge. Right means to right knowledge. So, they will not become Buddhas. They will not become Gnanis. That is why we use skillful means, because so the people are not scared away, and so they make an attempt. The Buddhas use, other teachers use, Gnanis use skillful means so they can entice and attract and motivate even little less qualified people so that they can improve upon their qualification slowly by diligence. Okay? And do not believe that they will become Buddhas. That is why we use skillful means and with discretion teach of various results. With the discretion, teach of various results. Carefully, looking at who is suitable to receive which type of motivation through showing which results. Okay, through various results. Although we teach the three vehicles, it is just for the instruction of the Bodhisattvas. Meaning, it is not to make Savakas or Pratyeka Buddhas. The teaching is to make Bodhisattvas and to the Bodhisattvas alone. But even to those Bodhisattvas, based on their level at which they are, they will be initiated with the three different apparent vehicles as skillful means. Here, one last sentence here on page 43. After completing this, I set out for Varanasi. All dharmas have the tranquil character of the dharma. This could not be expressed in words. So I taught the 5 monks through the power of skillful means. When Buddha attained enlightenment and he started going towards Varanasi, and he thought, oh, whatever I know is not easily transmittable by word. What am I going to do? How am I going to do? After contemplation, since I have been born in the delivered world, I will follow the other Buddhas and expound what they have expounded. This Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddha, thought he will follow the course of the previous Buddhas. After contemplating this, I set out for Varanasi. He said, okay, I am going towards Varanasi and I will start turning the wheel of dharma. Okay? All dharmas have tranquil character of the dharma. This could not be expressed in words. How could he transfer, how could he explain this universal nature of the self? This is what he said. It cannot be explained easily. So I thought of the so I taught the 5 monks through the power of skillful means. The 5 monks who he knew before his enlightenment, he tried to teach them using skillful means. This I named turning the wheel of the dharma. Means the skillful means is teaching is what he called as the turning the wheel of the dharma. First teaching. And immediately the word nirvana appeared in it. Immediately the word nirvana appeared in it. And the different designations of Arahata, meaning Buddha, Dharma and Sangha, which are the components of his main teaching. Okay, Buddha, Dharma and Sangha. From a great many kalpas ago, I have always taught like this. Now he has changed his tone. He is not saying I am Siddhartha Gautama. From several kalpas, I have been teaching this because he identified himself with that one self of all. Tathagata Garbha said, whenever Buddhas appeared, they already taught the same way. So he says, now I taught the same way. Because like Krishna, when he talked about himself as the universal Purusha only, he did not talk like a Devaki's son or Vasudeva's son. He only talked like a self of all. Similarly, Buddha is saying, from a great many kalpas ago, I have always taught like this. I have praised and illuminated the teaching of nirvana, saying that it ends the sufferings of birth and death. Even in the past, the Buddhas have taught. So he says, I taught nirvana, which frees from birth and death. So he continues with that. Another sentence. The reasons why the Tathagatas appear is to explain the wisdom of the Buddhas. So he says the goal of the appearance, or Tathagata, he again says, Avatara, as I said, the avatars come to expound this teaching. Who else could teach the one self of all, if not the one self of all? So it is the duty of Ishvara alone to expound who is Ishvara. Nobody else can explain. So to do that, like Krishna says, Yada yada dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata tadatmanam sujamyam. So to establish dharma, dharma alone has to appear. How can non-dharma or adharma establish dharma? So dharma has to manifest to establish itself. That dharma, the self of all, manifests as Krishna, Buddha, etc. to re-establish the dharma of unity of everything and falsity of multiplicity. So this is what he's saying. The reason why the Tathagatas appear, avatars appear, is to explain the wisdom of the Buddhas, or the Jnanis, or the Brahman, or the Atman. Here another sentence. Having openly set aside skillful means, I will teach only the highest path to all the bodhisattvas. Now he says, I'm not going to teach somebody only Sevaka vehicle, somebody Pratyeka Buddha vehicle, somebody Bodhisattva sadhana, which is Prajna Paramita. Now I'm going to set aside all the rules and teach you the highest standard, which is the Bodhisattva. Like Bhagavan Sri Krishna says to Arjuna several times, that because you are dear to me, I'm not going to follow any rules. I'm going to give you the best of the best. And I'm going to teach you again and again and again. Ultimately, sarvadharman parityajya mam ekam charanam praja. You give up all the dharmas, all the logic, all the phenomena. Mam ekam charanam praja. You surrender to me, the one self of all. That's what Buddha is also telling here. Having openly set aside skillful means, sarvadharman parityajya. I am even giving up all the rules and regulations and the skillful means and techniques. Let me reveal myself. So he is saying here. Skillful means, I will teach only the highest path to the bodhisattvas. So all of you bodhisattvas, I am going to teach the highest one single path, Ekayana vehicle, which combines all these three. Okay. Now coming to the next page, 45. Just as the Buddhas in the three periods of the past, present and future teach the true nature of the dharmas, now I too will expound the dharmas that is beyond conception. I am going to teach you the dharma beyond conception. Means the self of all. The dharma beyond conception has to be taught. I am going to reveal to you the self of all. I am going to teach you the source of all. I am going to teach you about the Tathagata Garbha, means which is the womb of everything. There is the womb of the Tathagata. The womb is the Tathagata. Right? Tathagata's womb. Means the Tathagata, from where it has come, that self of all I am going to teach. Another sentence. I lead and inspire the Bodhisattvas only with the path of the single vehicle. I am here without disciples. I lead and inspire the Bodhisattvas only with the path of the single vehicle. I am here without disciples. So here he says, I have not truly understood the last sentence. I hope one day I will understand what he means truly by I am here without disciples. So either it should mean there is no teacher-taught relationship here. He is only seeing one of everything. So that could, I am here without disciples. He is seeing everything uniformly oneness. However, he says, I lead. I don't teach. I lead. I lead and inspire bodhisattvas. I only with the path of the single vehicle, Jnana Marga, oneness of all, Tathagata Garbha. I am here without disciples. I lead them being one. I suppose that's how it sounds. O Sariputra, and all of you, means he is referring to other disciples and bhikshus who are with him, and also many other bodhisattvas who are shown. O Shariputra, and all of you, the Shravakas and Bodhisattvas should know that this true Dharma is the hidden essence of all the Buddhas. He is uniformly addressing them. That all the Shravakas, those of you who came to me only seeking freedom from life of birth and death, or even those of you who want to understand emptiness or non-self nature, of everything, every phenomena occurring as dependent origination. And other Shravakas, all of you should know this is the true Dharma, that this true Dharma is the hidden essence of all the Buddhas. Hidden essence of all the Buddhas. What is the hidden essence of all the Buddhas? Here, whoever is a Gnani, what is their hidden essence? This uniform self of all. Okay? In the troubled world of the 5 kinds of defilement, sentient beings are only attached to various desires. Okay? In the troubled worlds of the 5 kinds of defilement, sentient beings are only 5 kinds of defilements are, five false livelihood, false views, and so on. Okay, I will enumerate them as they come now. In the troubled worlds of the 5 kinds of defilements, sentient beings are only attached to various desires and ultimately do not seek the path of the Buddhas. In the future, the impure will hear the Buddhas teach the single vehicle, but they will be confused and will not accept it. He is predicting about the future time after the Shakyamuni Buddha goes away, leaves the body. The future people coming, they will hear about the single vehicle and they are bound to confuse because there will be many people with lower intellectual capacities. They will reject the Dharma and fall into troubled states of being, meaning they lose the human birth and become animals, trees, or the hungry ghosts, etc. That's what he means. Lower births. To those who are modest and pure, and seek the path of the Buddhas, I will praise extensively the path of the single vehicle. Because there will be people who will be in the future coming, there will be pure people and who will be modest, means not going to any extremes. You could say that also. Modest means who are controlled, who don't indulge into desires. That also could be modesty. Who are not ostentatious, not showy. They are not doing it for show. They are doing because they truly want to understand the Dharma. Who are modest and who are pure in their heart and goal. As we said, integrity. Okay? And seek the path of the Buddhas. And they only want the knowledge of the Buddha. Such people, they are not doing it for show, sham. Okay? So, to motivate them, I will praise extensively the path of the single vehicle. Path of the single vehicle which combines and imbibes, understanding the noble truths, understanding the dependent origination, and also gaining complete perfection, what is called prajna paramita. Dana, what else? Kshanti, Virya, Dhyana, Prajna, and then the second one somewhere, the 6 perfections. So I will praise extensively, including everything. Dana, Sila means integrity, okay, and Virya, which is a consistent effort and diligence rather, and then perseverance is a without break, even in spite of obstacles working, and then meditation and prajna. So focus on these to gain all these 6 perfectly. Don't be attached too much. Do dana like that. Though dana itself is expounded very extensively by Nagarjuna as well in his Prajna Paramita Upadesha Shastra. Okay, maybe if time permits, and we will read some writings of Nagarjuna on this as well sometime. Ultimately, it's in the future, impure will hear the Buddha. The path of the single vehicle. Oh Shariputra, you should know that the dharma of all the Buddhas is like this. Means teaching the single vehicle. Okay, they teach the dharma with myriads of kotis of skillful means, according to the capacity of the sentient beings. The inexperienced cannot understand this. you have come to know with certainty the skillful means of the Buddhas, the teachers of the world, that are expounded in accordance with people's capacities. All of you have no further doubts. He is reassuring them, don't have any doubt. Bhagavan Sri Krishna also reassures several times to Arjuna that Sarvadharman Parityajya Mam Ekam Saranam Vraja Aham Tva Sarvapapebhyo Mokshayishyami Ma Suchaha. Don't grieve. He repeats this multiple times to Arjuna that you just do this, you will be all right, I'll take care of you. So such reassurance. All of you have no further doubts on what is being taught. Let great joy arise in your hearts. Be happy, be joyous. Okay? And know that you will all become Buddhas. So Sarvadharman Parityajya Mam Ekam Saranam Vraja Aham Tva Sarvapapebhyo Mokshayishyami Ma Suchaha means don't grieve. Ma Suchaha means don't grieve. Asocyananda Sochastvam. Like Bhagavan Sri Krishna started, similarly he ends Ma Suchaha, don't grieve. So similarly Buddha is also, after telling that, his means is following skillful means, just like any other previous Buddhas that have come, and the Buddhas that will come in the future will also follow skillful meaning that the teaching will be taught as per the capacity of the listeners, or in terms of Shravaka vehicle or a Pratyeka Buddha vehicle, or the Bodhisattva vehicle. But he says, all this is part of the same Buddha vehicle, and I am going to teach only this as a unified vehicle, a single vehicle, Buddha vehicle, a Gnana Marga. So this concludes chapter number 2, and which is called Skillful Means. And we will continue with the third one, where the first teaching of the Four Noble Truths come. We will read that in the coming sessions. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Shri Krishna Arpanamastu Hari Om Tat Sat.